Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of this week's top sports stories. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there. Ron, how are you tonight?
Well, I know that you weren't lying about the best podcast.
We are pretty damn good.
Doesn't matter if it's sports or not. We're the best podcast.
We are pretty damn good, my friend. Hopefully you join us live tonight. If you do, please join the chat. Let us know if you
already got a bunch of people logging in right now as we speak.
That's phenomenal. If you want to talk to us about the topics we're covering, or there's something you want to talk about yourself, please just let us know in the chat. We'll be sure to bring that up and have those conversations with you. With that, though, Ron, let's thank those that continue to help us grow and get bigger and bigger every single week. So let's start with our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
As well as our good friends in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY FM. Thank you for putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m. We appreciate the support. And our good friends here in Southeast Connecticut, S6E21 Public Access, Channel 12. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support there as well. Manny, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Well, Ron, it is time to get this party started, but unfortunately, we're going to start off on a sad note. We got co-lead-off stories this week, and we're going to start off with the passing of Kyle Busch. So the NASCAR driver Kyle Busch has passed away at the age of 41. Kind of shocked the sports world yesterday when this got announced.
This is a weird case too.
Yeah. So recently hospitalized with a severe illness. He was doing some test driving at a facility yesterday. Said he started to feel like he was going to pass out, was coughing up blood. And passed away later that evening. Sad story right off the bat here, Ron. But your thoughts, Kyle Busch? Anything that?
Yeah, when I was reading the article and it was describing the scene, apparently he was in the bathroom.
Yeah,
and he was on the ground coughing up blood. Very like overheated, short of breath. The whole works and. You know, they called for an ambulance and you know, I don't know if anybody really thought of it as something so bad that it would be catastrophic. But it's like it shocked a lot of people. 41 years old.
Yeah.
And we just talked about him and like Kyle Larson, who was going to be the next guy to get to 100, and here we are a couple of weeks later, and we're talking about his death. I mean, it's just so surreal. It's such a shock, and the whole story behind this. I mean, we don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
I mean,
what was that illness, right? I think when you get that information, that might be crucial to this, that he tried to come back too early. He had a race this weekend, and maybe he wasn't ready and didn't get all the treatment he needed because, you know, when you're a competitor and you want to win, sometimes, you know, you might cut some corners and it might have cost him his life. Again, all speculation. We don't know exactly what caused his death at this point, but
yeah, it's shocking, and it really makes you put perspective on life itself. I mean, you don't know when your ticket is getting punched, and Here is one of the best drivers. Actually, I believe he is the top active driver for career wins. 63s, ninth all time.
Yeah, 63 wins, 395 top tens in his career.
It's
A
just
two-time Cup
unbelievable.
Series winner too. He won it in 2015 and 2019.
Yes,
In the saddest part about this run, obviously he leaves a wife and two children, 11-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter.
it's so sad.
You think about
it's devastating.
the whole thing, the NASCAR world, the NASCAR family. Our condolences go out to you, the Bush family.
Absolutely.
Again, just a tragic story that I'm sure once more comes out, obviously then we may realize what caused it. In just,
I just
hopefully
hope it's not something communicable that everybody that he's come in contact to is now
his family,
in
right?
danger.
Yes, his crew. So Kyle Busch dead at the age of 41, passing away yesterday.
So sad. It is so sad.
Unreal, Ron. I guess we're going to try to talk some real sports here as well. Our show is not
Real
all based. Our show is not all based on just doing this and making people feel bad. We're going to actually RAP.
Death and dismay.
Yes. Yeah, that's all we do. That's our show. Everybody have a good night. Thank you. We'll see you next week. But obviously in times of this, right, we use sports to kind of give us another reason to, keep our minds off of things that might have happened that aren't so positive. So let's have some fun with some sports tonight. Hopefully you're out there. You want to have some fun with us. We're going to start off with this leadoff story. The NBA conference finals are in full swing. Your thoughts on what we've seen so far, Ron? We'll start off with the Knicks versus the Cavaliers. Knicks up 2-0 in this series. Your thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, Cleveland's in trouble. Yeah. And as good as they looked against Detroit, I really thought this team would match up a little better than what they've done. And blown chances, blown opportunities.
You lose a 22-point lead in the fourth quarter in game one. It pretty much seals your fate for this series. Like, I don't see how you overcome that and come back from it. The Knicks.
The only thing they have on their side is that they've only lost one game at home.
Yeah.
In the postseason.
But we had this conversation last week, Ron, about the Knicks. Are they for real? Could they win the championship? They've won 10 straight games in this postseason.
Yeah.
They have definitely shown that. Look, you've got Karl Anthony Towns averaging a double-double in this series with 15 points, 13 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, 28.5 points and 10 assists. Josh Hart, 19.5 points per game. Mikal Bridges, 18.5. OG Anunoby, 13.5. Like, they're getting it from everywhere. Their bench is scoring. Their starters are playing great basketball. We talked about when Mike Woods came over as the coach. Mike Brown, came over as the coach. Would that have changed what they were? And it didn't. It seemed to have helped them because offensively now, I feel like they're so much better than they have been in the past. So, and they're still playing great defense.
Yeah, and that's been the reason that they've had it easy. I mean, we could sit here and say woulda, coulda, shoulda about the Celtics, but they buried themselves.
They did.
And the Knicks, they haven't wavered at all in any series as of yet.
Yeah, no, definitely.
They've looked fantastic. And
definitely taking a stranglehold.
Karl Anthony Towns has he played a monster postseason right now. And frankly, right now, he'd get my vote for, playoff MVP. I mean, because that's why they've been so successfun. He is the catalyst of the whole thing right now. And you would think that Cleveland, having Allen and Evan Mobley, would dominate in a series, and they haven't done anything to
No. In our
put Cleveland in a position to win at any point.
And I know you love our good friend James Harden, a -14 so far in this series.
Brutal defensively.
Not playing well, 16 and a half points per game.
And that's the thing, Eric. You know, we talked about
how good he looked the last series. Remember we talked about it last series and we're like, oh, maybe he's figured it out. We had to wait one more series. That's all.
We had to wait another series.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like we talked about Brunson was a defensive liability for the Knicks last year.
Hugo.
And then he is playing above and beyond.
Yeah, good luck. Hugo's got a Forza event. So
he's playing above and beyond and making James Harden look twice as bad as Brunson did defensively last year.
So far, too, the Cavs shooting 39.4% from the field in this series, 29.4 from three. You're not going to win a series if you continue those numbers. I feel like the Knicks are just going to – this is, in my eyes, a sweep. I think the best chance Cleveland has is game 3 to possibly steal one. Danny, welcome. So let's talk about this Western Conference, though, Ron, because the Western Conference, to me, is the series that I think everybody is kind of looked towards as a finals. Spurs versus Thunder. Spurs take game 1. Wemby.
This is the finals.
Wemby went absolutely in, right? He went alien mode and what he was able to do in game 1. Thunder figured him out in game 2, was able to at least slow him down enough, but he's still averaging 31 and 20 in this series, which is insane to think about. And then you give him 4.5 assists on top of it. What do you think is going to happen in this series?
This is a good question. They did take one in OKC, so that is massive.
Always important.
So if San Antonio comes out in game 3 and wins game 3, that's going to put some pressure on OKC, and that's exactly what they need to do. They have to take game 3. If they lose game 3, they give it right back to OKC, and and then OKC just rolls through it.
OKC obviously has to get better on the glass. 53 to 40 and a half in this series so far. And I will say this, Ron, for the Spurs, Stephon Castle is a turnover machine right now. He's got 10 turnovers in this series. They actually have 22 turnovers in this series so far in the 2 games. Wemby can do all he can, but if you're going to turn over the ball 11, 12 times a game, odds are you're giving the Oklahoma City Thunder an opportunity to get extra points. That's how you lose a series. They need to make sure that they hold on to the ball.
Exactly.
And they can't afford the turnovers, or this series changes quickly.
Yes, and it's interesting because when you look at those boards, you got Wemby and you got what's his name? Likely? No, not Likely.
Cornette.
Oh my God, it's former Celtic.
Luke Cornette.
Cornette, thank you. And Luke Cornette has been playing really well. So, I mean, they're doing what they have to do on the boards, but Castle's got to be a little better. He's offensively, he's been doing okay scoring wise, but you got to control that ball because OKC is known for the defense and they're known to cause turnovers. And knowing this, you have to protect that ball as best as humanly possible. And that is eventually going to catch up to them if they continue to do that. Yeah. And so Castle has to be better. He has to be better.
Has to be. SGA averaging a double-double, 27 points, 10.5 assists. Alex Caruso, 24 points per game in this series. So, again, you look at a guy you wouldn't expect much out of. or at least that much scoring production. And you're
We
getting it
see you,
from.
Danny.
Oh, Danny, hey, how you doing, Danny? I will say this as well. To me, the Spurs, this is their opportunity. You cannot lose game 3. I
No,
agree
you
with
can't.
you. If you lose game 3, this series shifts in a way that you don't. Now you have a must-win game 4.
Absolutely.
So again, they got to stay ahead of it. I thought about this too, though, Ron. Think about the Spurs winning game 1. It took 2 overtimes. It wasn't like they dominated the game. It was, I think, the Thunder ran out of a little steam in that second overtime.
Yeah.
They need to just come out and dominate a game. They didn't do it in game 2. Game 3, to me, at home. This is the first time, too, which I hate when this happens. So this is what happens.
He did say hi, Danny. He did.
So I will say this. When these gambling they start, this is the first time that the Thunder in 33 straight games is going to be an underdog in a postseason game after 33 games. Little motivation for the Thunder, like, okay, nobody's betting. People are betting against us now. We're not going to win. They are champions for a reason.
Yes,
That gets me nervous.
Buyer beware is all I'm telling you. Look, picking San Antonio right now is the sexy pick, right? I mean, you got Wemby, everything is all great and rosy, but they haven't earned anything yet.
I've not.
They haven't earned a thing, and Bobby Boucher is cutting the neighbor's yard.
Every Friday, he likes Friday nights.
Oh, he's out there. Yeah, he's out there. There he goes. Hey, Bobby. But, so buyer beware. I'm just telling you, I still picked OKC to win this series. And don't be surprised if they come out and they win by like 15 to 20 points tonight. It would not surprise me. OKC's good.
They are.
They are good.
And they're deep. They've got, bench play.
They don't make those mistakes.
Agreed. They won a championship for a reason, my friend. They are the defending champs. All right, Ron. You ready to talk some NFL? This story came out of Los Angeles. The Rams and Matthew Stafford have decided to sign an extension, 1-year extension, $55 million, but could rise to $60 million with incentives. Do you like the deal?
No. Maybe I like the deal, but why did you go and draft a quarterback last year?
I thought the same thing. So now you're saying this kid's going to sit for 2 years is the plan. Or you're hopeful.
There's a better class.
Right? You should have drafted a quarterback next year. Thank you. I'm glad we saw this the same way, Ron.
It's just so frustrating. Why would you do this? Why wouldn't you go out and get a lineman or a receiver for him to throw the ball to? Like, it makes no sense. Now you wasted a first-round pick on a guy that now isn't going to start for 2 years at least, and you could have gotten a better one next year.
Hopefully, because in your book, if you're paying $60 million, you want the guy playing. So it makes no sense. I don't get it. I thought about, the fact that Stafford went into last season with that back injury and we didn't know if he was even going to be able to play. He's an injury waiting to happen. I mean, the guy toughs it out. How he does it, listen, maybe Brett Favre way. But if he does it, he's getting on the field, which means this kid isn't. You lost that opportunity. Now they're talking maybe they're going to get A.J. Brown or trade for this guy or sign Stephon Diggs or do what. You had a chance to draft a wide receiver for nothing.
Yeah.
And you draft a quarterback. Makes no sense to me. Last year, Matthew Stafford, 12-5, 65% completion percentage, 4,707 yards, 7.9 yards per attempt. I think that could be a little better. 46 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. They did lose in the NFC Championship game, 31-27 to the Seahawks. I don't know. Do they still have a run in them? Is what I would say. Was last year the opportunity, and now I think they're just throwing
It
money.
was the opportunity, and because when you start looking across the divisions, first of all, there's no guarantee you're going to be in the top 2 spots in your division. Not that that matters, but
Seattle,
it
San
does matter
Francisco.
because you have 2 other good teams that are capable of taking first place in that same division. Then you got to worry about teams on the rise, possibly the Chicago Bears, right? You got to worry about, hey, is Dallas actually going to do something this year? What about New York Giants? Now they have a chance to put a stamp on their season. Now there's so many teams that are rising. Who knows what'll happen with Washington? 2 years ago, they made the playoffs. Last
They went to
year,
the NFC Championship
quarterback
game.
disaster with injuries. Do they go back to that winning form? So it's no guarantee they're even going to be in the playoffs, let alone,
Great point.
in a spot to host. So I think they missed out on their opportunity, and I think they're going to be sorry that they didn't do what was necessary
to win now.
to make their team better. They didn't do it.
To win now. No, great points, Ron. Great points. We saw that exactly the same. So I'm glad.
Yeah, no, I couldn't wait.
As soon as I said Ty Simpson now that pick looks even worse. Looks even worse.
Right.
After this move.
So they are the clear-cut losers of the first round of the draft. They're the clear-cut loser.
And you get to a point too, Ron. Think about this. The third year of a quarterback is when you start to think about re-signing him for a long-term deal. You're saying you won't even see this kid play. So then your third year is like, if he's struggling, what do you do? I mean, but he could be great, but you don't know because he hasn't played for 2 years.
Right.
So just a horrible move. All right, you can bring up your graphic. Crazy stat time, my friend. I know you love this stat, so we'll give you crazy stat time. All right. Between 1988 and 1989, Dan Marino had a streak of 19 games where he didn't take a sack, Ron. 759 pass attempts without getting sacked. Dan Marino.
In those games, though, he almost got sacked about 20 times.
Almost don't count. They don't have almosts. They do not have almost in the NFL, unfortunately.
Yeah. He was a great quarterback. It's a pity.
You think about, I mean, that
he didn't win a championship.
When we talk about gunslingers, he was a gunslinger for his time and what he was able to do in the release. That's why he didn't get sacked too much. That ball was out quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
And he didn't move either.
No.
It's like he didn't move and still they didn't sack him. Yeah. It would be just like
a little step.
Almost like Matrix-like.
Yeah. Talk about the wrong generation. Like if he was in this part of the the NFL, think about the numbers he would. Like it would be out of control. He'd be throwing 6,000 yards
when it was okay to hit the quarterback anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. He'd probably get 6,000 yards easy.
Oh, it would not even be a question in my book.
All right, Ron.
Not even a question.
We are moving on to our starting five.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Our starting five tonight. We're gonna take care of these New York Knicks since they're playing so well. And we're gonna give you our starting 5 point guards of all time in Knicks history.
You heard him.
Yeah, I'm sorry I hurt you. There you go. There's your pot. That's the best you get. That's the best you get because I didn't do anything. All right. So Ron, how we work this is we have honorable mentions. I have 2. I'm sure you have 5. So my honorable mentions are Stephon Marbury and Charlie Ward. I didn't realize how much Charlie Ward was actually.
Charlie Ward?
He almost 3,000 assists for the New York Knicks. 3,000 assists for Charlie Ward.
Number sucked.
So Charlie Ward, Stephon Marbury were my honorable mentions.
I don't care how many assists you get if you're only averaging like 4 a game. I don't want to hear it. You just have to play a million games.
Okay. Ron, do you have any honorable mentions?
I have Stephon Marbury and Jamal Crawford.
Jamal Crawford. I was debating Jamal as well. I used to like Jamal Crawford. Yeah.
I didn't even. After I looked at Charlie Ward's stats, I didn't even bother to write them down. That's how little I thought of Charlie Ward.
All right, so let's get this list started. For me, at number 5, I had Mark Jackson, Rookie of the Year, a one-time All-Star. He's first in assists per game all-time in Knicks history with 8 per game. 6th in steals with 720, but didn't win a championship. So Mark Jackson at number 5 for me.
Well, I hate to tell you, only 2 guys did win a championship. And one wasn't even really part of the dynamic. So that theory should be out the window. And I have at number 5, Earl Monroe, 16.2 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, 3.5 assists per game. That actually kind of turned me off when you're a point guard and you're only getting 3.5 assists. You kind of dropped down in my rankings there. Even though he did win that championship when he was, fresh out of, the draft, so to speak. He had 2 All-Star games, All-Star appearances, but I put him at number 5.
Okay. All right. At number 4 for me, I had Dick McGuire. 5-time All-Star, 1 assist, 1 All-NBA. He's 3rd all-time in assists with 2,950. Dick McGuire, number 4 for me.
These guys couldn't even. Boy, you missed the boat on this.
You said that last time.
Again.
Yeah. Okay.
Again.
Sure.
You need to apologize to the Knicks fans that you got it wrong.
Yeah, I'm all over that.
Number 4, I have Mark Jackson.
Okay.
You said his numbers. Averaging 8 assists. He's the best on the list.
Yeah, number 1 all-time in Knicks history.
Best on the list. 500 games played, too, for the Knicks. 11.1 points and 4 rebounds. The man got all rookie, and he was a Rookie of the Year and 1 All-Star game, but his numbers far exceeded Earl Monroe's numbers, at least with the assists and getting that offense going. I think he was more important than Earl Monroe was as a Knick.
All right. At number 3 for me, Jalen Brunson. Already in his Knicks career, 3 All-Stars, 2 All-NBAs, 3rd in points per game in Knicks history at 26.3. If he wins the championship this year, he may move up this list. But at number 3 currently for me, Jalen Brunson.
Oh, I cannot wait to see the rest of your list. I'm assuming, and I should not do that, but I'm assuming you have my number 3 as your number 2. Michael Ray Richardson, 315 games played, 14.2 points per game, 6 boards, 7.1 assists, 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-Defensive, 1 assist title, and 2 steal titles. He had some great numbers. And I put him at number 3.
All right. At number 2 for me, if you have a nickname, it means you're a legend in that sport. Earl the Pearl Monroe at number 2 for me, my friend. 2-time All-Star. He did win a championship with the New York Knicks. 8th in points all-time at 9,679, almost 10,000 points in Knicks history.
That title is very loose.
So is some other people we know. But that's not the point. We're not talking. Listen. Number 2 for me, Earl the Pearl Monroe. You got a nickname, you move up my list pretty quick.
Okay. Number 2, I have Jalen Brunson. I
can't
don't
say
know
your
what
nickname,
you're
though,
thinking of,
because
but
we're a family show.
26.3 points per game as a New York Knick,
Third all time.
3.4 rebounds, 6.8 assists. I gotta say those numbers are better than most of the other players.
Agreed. He's got to win a
3-time
championship.
All-Star, which is, more than Earl Monroe. 2-time All-NBA, which is 2 times more than Earl Monroe. So I gotta think Brunson is a little better. I just gotta say,
The
trophy
matters to me, because
he doesn't. Earl Monroe did not get the trophy.
Does he have a title?
Come on, Eric. He played like 2 minutes a game.
He got a title. All right. At
You're out of your mind.
At number 1 has to be, though, the man, Walt Frazier, 7-time All-Star.
Who was the point guard with that title?
7 All-Stars, 6 All-NBAs, 7 All-Defensive, Ron, huh? A 2-time champion. He's second all-time in Knicks in points with 14,617. He's first.
He might be the best Knick ever.
First in triple doubles, 23, and first in assists with 4,791. Walt Frazier, number 1.
And he did this while Earl Monroe was riding on his coattail.
Brunson sucks, Ron. Stop it. I will say this. I disagree with you on the best Knick of all time, because when you look at the Knicks all time, Patrick Ewing is like on the top of every list for everything.
Yeah, but he didn't win a championship.
I know, but I'm just saying. So it gets really tough. Yeah, I feel if I've ever felt bad for a player now, it was Patrick Ewing. Because I was looking at it and I'm going, Patrick Ewing points, Patrick Ewing rebounds, Patrick Ewing blocks, Patrick Ewing. It was all Patrick Ewing.
You know what they should have done? I'm going to tell you what they should have done. No. They should have traded for John Stockton so Stockton can team up with Ewing. Because I don't care about Karl Malone, but I like John Stockton. The 2 players I feel for the most are Ewing and Stockton. Just saying. Yeah, both deserved it. All right, Ron, we're going to continue this NBA talk, and we're going to talk about a good list, though.
It was very good players.
It was very top heavy.
Yeah, they don't
After like 7 or 8, then even though you have a couple that don't belong there, but that's besides the point.
Whatever. All right. The Dallas Mavericks, Ron, have fired Jason Kidd. Do you believe it was the best move for the team? So Jason Kidd no longer the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, nothing that Dallas has done in the past 2 years is
you got to look at it this way, though. New
doing
president,
the right thing.
Right? Masai Ujiri is the new Mavs team president. Yeah. He made the decision to part ways. Obviously, new GM after the disaster of the Luka Doncic trade. And they said some of this may have been because of that, because anybody involved with that trade, pretty much they got rid of in the organization.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with this, though. You've got a young talent in Cooper Flag that you're trying to grow. Jason Kidd, one of the smartest players in NBA history. He really was.
Yeah.
And he's a good coach. He's not great, but he's a good coach. And I think now you're going to go into year 2 and Cooper Flag with another coach. This, to me, starts to chip away at the fact that Cooper Flag has the potential to be one of the NBA greats, but you're going to ruin him early. I don't know if I like this move right now. Maybe in another year or 2, and they say, listen, no Kyrie Irving all of last year with the injury. He comes back. This is
what I'm saying. They're basically saying Kidd was not good enough to coach this team. And say what you want. I don't think he's the greatest coach either, but he is far from the worst coach in the league. Far from it.
Agreed.
And I think he would be the perfect guy to bring Cooper Flag along and where you want him to be. And I don't understand the logic of the Dallas Mavericks.
I don't.
You know, and they're using that trade as a scapegoat for everything right now, and it's kind of embarrassing for the team because they're just making one mistake and then compiling it with another mistake, like the trade of Anthony Davis, and then now another mistake in getting rid of your head coach, who is not to blame for any of this. He didn't ask for that trade. He didn't he didn't have anything to do with it. And here we are. He's the scapegoat. The trade is the scapegoat. And they're making a mockery out of their own team right now. And it's kind of embarrassing for them.
To your point, two wrongs don't make a right. I think they're getting these wrong. This is the craziest part about this, Ron, is he just signed an extension last year with the Mavericks because they didn't want him to go to the Knicks. So you felt last year he was important enough to keep and give him like $40 million. But then this year it's like, no. So if the Knicks had the job opening this year,
don't want him.
Yeah, it was almost like you didn't want. I don't want you to have.
An airport right now.
I don't want you to have him, so I'm going to keep him. But I don't really want him. I just don't want the Knicks to get him. And it was like I don't understand how you do that. So he's coached 3 different teams, Ron. He coached the Brooklyn Nets for one season. He went 44-38, 5-7 in the playoffs. Then he coached the Milwaukee Bucks for 4 seasons, 139 and 152, and then 4-8 in the playoffs. And then with the Dallas Mavericks, believe it or not, 5 seasons with the Dallas Mavericks. It does not seem like it's been that long. 5 seasons with the Dallas Mavericks, 205 and 205, and 22 and 18 in the playoffs. I mean, he's got okay numbers. That's why I say I think he's a good coach. I don't know if he's a championship coach. I just think that Cooper Flag needed him.
How much is this on the organization, though?
Yeah.
When you look at that record, okay, when you give up your franchise, just saying, when you give up your franchise and then you bring in a guy that's always hurt, whether your player was always hurt or not.
Also, yeah.
At least when he was in there, he tried every game. Right? I'm not so sure Davis tries every game because he's such a physical beast that if he did, he'd be the dominating player in every game.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't get that player. You also didn't get Kyrie Irving. Now, with Jason Kidd leaving, what is that going to do with Kyrie Irving's head?
Yeah, I think they already said Kyrie's probably going to get traded anyway. I think they're going to overhaul this entire team, which is, to me, still crazy.
It was a good team, you know, as a roster, even with Anthony Davis. You know, because if those guys would actually have played with Davis, Flag, Likely, Kyrie, I mean, that's not a bad squad.
No.
It's not a bad squad. I'd like my chances with that.
Yeah, Klay Thompson,
yes.
Yeah. Chris Middleton, they picked up for then when they did the trade for
how is Anthony that Davis. Not a playoff team, right?
I agree with you.
Everybody's got to play though.
I agree. I think this move will come back to backfire on them. But all right, Ron. Crazy stat.
I don't mind seeing them at the bottom of the list.
Crazy stat time.
Oh, Bobby's pissing me off.
All right. So on November 9th, 1989, Dale Ellis of the Seattle Supersonics played in 69 minutes of a game. The game went to 5 overtimes.
Wow.
He played 69 of the 73 minutes.
Damn.
That's crazy, right? And you think about player rest now. Player rest now. He basically played almost 2 games. These guys don't play back-to-backs.
Some of the players, it's like, you know, a full month.
Yeah, we're going to take a couple weeks off. some R&R.
Like,
This guy played in
I
69 minutes of a game.
like Jaylen Brown gets like 22 minutes a game.
69 minutes in a game. I was like, wow.
Like, he's playing 3 games in one. Good job, Dale. You know what? Old school shout out.
Dale. Right, 1989, back in the day. They played those games.
I love it. I love a player like that.
Those games mattered. All right, Ron, let's talk some Major League Baseball. The New York Yankees, are they excited about the return of Garrett Cole? Can he help them this season? Your thoughts?
They should be excited for him to come back because now they're a contender.
569 days since he's last pitched. Last pitched in Game 5 of the World Series in 2024. It seems
like only a week ago.
Does it feel like 2 years, though? Like, that's almost 2 years.
Was it 2 weeks? Yeah, wow, that is
569 days.
What was he doing?
He had Tommy John surgery.
Oh, come on. It doesn't take 2 years.
Well, he got it at the beginning of the last season, so he take the whole year. Yes, it's a year. You take a whole season off. They all do that. I don't know. I was thinking about this, Ron. The rotation now. Fried comes back, hopefully healthy, because he's out right now. Cole, Schlittler, and Rodon. That's a good 4 rotation for the starting pitching of the New York Yankees.
Yes.
They are currently actually one of the best teams when it comes to ERAs. They're in the top 5 in ERA, 3.31 as a team.
Must be nice.
Adding Cole just kind of, you guys know all about that, right? In Boston. Adding Cole back into this, if he's 90% of what he was, I don't expect him to be obviously right now where he was. 90%, he's still a guy that's usually under a 3.4 ERA. And he's a strikeout, you know what I mean, pitcher. So that should help this team.
Yeah, oh, absolutely it'll help. You know, I would expect them to go back to the World Series, to be honest with you. I mean, who's going to stop them in the American League? Do you realize, though,
the Rays are 4 games ahead of them? Where did they come from? Where did the Rays? Every year, the Rays. Like, all of a sudden, I was looking today. I'm like, how the hell did they get that far ahead already?
I don't even know why they're good, to be honest with you.
I don't think anybody knows why they're good. I think they get a new stadium, though. They finally agreed to it.
Hey, but you know what, though? You gotta watch out for those Red Sox winners of 3 straight.
Uh-oh.
They're 5-5 in their last 10.
See that?
Whoa, is there hope?
You gotta believe. You have a chance. You have a chance, my friend.
They're only 11 and a half games back.
See, you got this. You got this.
Look, you know, without having Cole and Fried in there,
and they're still above
and
water.
You're still only 4.5 back. I mean, how is that even possible? Like, I'm just stunned that Toronto isn't in first place. But
they're having a bad year.
They're way back.
Yeah, they're having a bad year.
They don't even have a winning record.
Yeah, they're having a bad year too. 5 seasons with the Yankees. Garrett Cole, 59-28, a 3.12 ERA, 915 strikeouts, Ron. A 3-time All-Star, and he won a Cy Young Award so far with the Yankees. So
the guy's good.
Yeah,
he's good. I mean,
it's that how we always talk.
He's good.
Yeah, but you know how we talk about those late season acquisitions, sometimes with trades, right? You make these moves. This is like getting a guy right back into your rotation now.
Right.
This is like a trade. This makes your team better. This is obviously a great move for an excellent opportunity for the Yankees.
But if he walks into that dugout, it's going to change the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Now they're just going to expect to win. And rightfully so, because they do have a good team.
All right. Ready for your crazy stat? I think I might have given this one, but if I did, please forgive me. Crazy stat. 0.01% of all batters that faced Greg Maddux had a 3-0 count. 0.01. He faced
just didn't happen.
20,421 batters in his career. 310 saw a 3-0 count.
And it was probably in a couple of instances that they intentionally walked somebody.
177 of them were intentional walks.
See, I knew it.
less than
That's half
over
of them.
20,000
That's more than half.
batters didn't even get to see a 3-0 count against Greg Maddux in his pitching
That is
career.
more than half of those.
That is insane.
Jesus.
How good was he?
Oh, he was fantastic.
When you talk about
One of
painting
my
corners,
favorite pitchers of all time.
right?
Right
Painting
there.
corners, man. That guy had location like nobody else that we've ever seen.
And the defense to back it up
Yeah, he
too,
was
because
Gold
he
Glover.
was a Gold Glove winner. It seemed
Yeah.
like every year.
Yeah, no, Greg Maddux, great pitcher.
Oh man,
Great
he was so good.
All right,
One of
Ron.
my favorites.
Before we move into our split decisions, can we
I actually
talk-
like him more than Pedro, to be honest with you.
Wow, that's a bold statement for a Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our good friends there in Providence, Rhode Island, and their almost new.
Tonight's show is brought to you by the once new 990 WBOB
Oh,
radio
boy.
page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including this one, Sports Unfolded, and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour.
Yeah. All right, and our good friends in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY FM in Dallas, Georgia. Thank you for the support, as well as our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, SEC-TV, Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for the support as well. We appreciate that. And if you want to be a sponsor and get your name on this show, please take some time to reach out to Rhode Island Broadcasting and get all that information as well.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
All right.
I thought Danny was going to do that.
Let's
Come
move
on,
on
Danny.
to our split decisions. Our split decision segment, we basically give each other two more likely questions and we have to make a decision. Ron, I am first, so your first split decision. Which NFL quarterback is more likely to have a better season this upcoming season? Kyler Murray with the Vikings, Deshaun Watson with the Browns, or Geno Smith with the Jets? Who's more likely to have a better season?
Okay, so Kyler Murray is in Minnesota.
Yes.
I don't think he's going to start right away.
No, he's starting.
Oh, really?
It's
Wow.
JJ McCarthy or him. It's not JJ. JJ, no
All
one
right.
in that
So
job.
he may lose his job, though, because I think Minnesota is going to be awful.
Okay. All right.
I think they're going to be awful. Watson, oh my God, this is just bad. Well, he might get busted for, in a massage therapist thing again. So,
Murray,
so I don't
Murray
buy
couldn't.
that, and I don't buy that he's going to be the starter either.
Manny Kyler Murray. He said if he had to pick one.
Oh my God. And then there's Geno Smith. I'm going to say Geno Smith is going to have a better year.
Wow.
I
He's
just
probably-
don't think I don't think there's a chance he loses his job because
So-
there's nobody to
Yeah.
take it.
Kyler Murray has Justin Jefferson. So I was like, maybe. But then Garrett Wilson and Geno Smith, right? So yeah, I don't know. I think it might be I think he's selling Kyler Murray short. I think literally.
Well, he is short. He's
Oh
too short. You can't throw it over the line.
man. But I think he's gonna have a good opportunity because he needs it more than anybody else.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be good. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I agree with you on Watson. I don't know if he gets a starting job. So, all right, Ron, your first split decision.
Okay, I was just reading that Manny thinks that I guess it's Murray.
Kyler Murray. Yeah,
I just
if he
think he
had to
stinks.
pick.
All right. Well, I mean, maybe the line in Minnesota is going to be better than the line in
Arizona.
and maybe their opponents are going to be shorter. I don't know.
We'll see.
All right. I guess we'll do this one. Who is more likely to repeat as this year's stat leader? Will it be Matthew Stafford, who led in passing yards? Or will it be James Cook, who led in rushing yards?
Mhm.
Or will it be Jackson Smith and Jigba, who led in receiving yards? Or will it be Nick Folk, who led in field goal percentage? Who's got the best chance of repeating as the
I
leader?
mean, folks actually had a good field goal percentage for quite some time, but I'm going to take him out of the mix. I think Stafford gets hurt at some point or misses some time, so I'm going to take Stafford out because I don't think he's going to get there. Which leaves me Cook and Njigba.
No love for the kicker.
Nobody is really talking about the fact that Seattle lost their offensive coordinator. Sometimes when new coordinators come in, things change a little bit. I feel like that offense isn't going to be as explosive. And you're talking about, and I still think Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. Yes, he won a Super Bowl. I'll give it to him. But I still feel like we've seen
Doesn't
more
sound
bad.
like you're giving it to him.
We've seen more bad than good. I got to see 3-4 years of good before I'd be like, okay, he had
We saw
one good.
two.
He got one good year. So I think Joe Brady becoming the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, who was last year's offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills, and the focus they put on trying to make sure that Allen didn't get, tattooed all the time by trying to run around. They're going to run the ball more, so I'm going Cook. Manny's going Stafford, but I think Stafford's going to get injured. I just feel like he's not going
I'd
to play
go
full
with
season.
Nick Folk, to be honest with you. I think
He's probably the
gonna be
safest
field goal
bet.
percentage.
He's probably the safest bet. Yeah. He's probably the safest bet. But
I think you're right about that. I think Seattle isn't going to be a clear-cut favorite because that is, look what happened with some other teams.
But Detroit Lions are the best example of that. They lose both coordinators. Their offense struggled, and their defense wasn't any better.
And let us not forget that they also lost Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
But I would go Folk or Cook. I would go with one of those two.
All right. That's a good question, though.
I see it.
That was
I don't buy Stafford going to make it through the whole season.
I'm telling you. Manny, I think if you're going to tell me they're all staying healthy, I go Stafford. But I got a feeling Stafford's not going to play a full season this year. All right, Ron, this one's going to blow your mind. You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Which second place, I need you to hear that again. Second place, Chicago Major League Baseball team is more likely to finish in first in the division. The Chicago White Sox, who are only 3.5 games back of first, or the Chicago Cubs are 1.5 games back of first.
I'll go Cubbies.
How are the White Sox? Ron, the White Sox are in second place.
Yeah. So
what are we?
So
what happened to the world?
They're going to make some trades. Don't worry about it. They'll take care of it. They're going to make some trades. And they'll go right back to the basement.
We talked about the White Sox being probably the worst point differential in the history of Major League Baseball to now being in second place. They're in second place, the White Sox. What is going on?
I just don't think it'll last because they're 25 and 24, Eric. That's not lighting it up.
But that division stinks.
Right. But I still like the Minnesota Twins better than them. And I don't know how Detroit's at the bottom. I think they're tanking on purpose so that way they can trade.
Well, Skubal's got the injury too, so he's been out. I was shocked when I saw Chicago White Sox second place. I said, "Holy cow, man! What is that?"
I just look at the Cubs are 29 and 22. I think they're a better team than the White Sox, so they got a better chance of taking first place in that division. Only 2 games back.
All right, but would you take the Brewers or the Guardians? That's where I'm starting to say I think the White Sox could win.
I would take Cleveland
over Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Cleveland's good. Don't sleep on them. Cleveland's won 9 of their last 10. So I'm
Uh,
not putting anything
yeah.
past Cleveland. I
Ever
think they
since
got a
they-
good team.
Uh,
I think they're a lot better than what people are giving them credit.
all right. Your second split decision, Ron.
All right. What would more likely be the bigger upset? Montreal beating Carolina
Mm-hmm.
or Vegas beating Colorado?
Honestly, I think it's the Canadians beating the Canes. And I'll say it because of this. The way Carolina was just going through everybody in the first 8 games.
They didn't lose.
You were like, wow, man.
2 sweeps.
Yeah, holy cow, they looked great. It wasn't even like games were close. They were just tearing up teams. And they've been there so many times. So you're like experience, everything else. You think the Canadians came out of nowhere this season, and then those young guys gelled, everything kind of fit together, and they made, they're making a great playoff run, won a game 7 on the road. So you start to sit back and go, okay, well, wow. But I still pick the Canes. I think when we did predictions last week, I was like, Canes, like you didn't even give it a chance to, you already thought it was that far out of the realm of them winning it. Vegas is a good team.
Yes.
I think the Tortorella coaching change, as much as we talked about it before, I think it has mattered. It's toughened them. It's made them play better hockey, more efficient hockey.
More physical.
In Colorado, injuries, you lose your best defensive player in Cale Makar. That's going to make a difference on you possibly winning this series. So I don't think it's as big an upset if Vegas does it. I do think Montreal beating Carolina would be a bigger upset.
Okay. There you go.
It's a great question.
I agree with you.
Great question. All right, let's continue talking some NHL, Ron, because we do have the NHL conference finals. They're both underway now. What have you seen in both matchups? Let's start with that Canadians-Hurricanes matchup. How big was rust to start off that series where Carolina was almost off for 2 weeks waiting? Did that play a factor, or was it more just the youth, the speed?
It had to play a factor because they had no get up and go. Like they couldn't. They were like skating in mud, as opposed to what Montreal. They looked incredible, and we're gonna have to wait and see. Game 2, see what Carolina comes out with. But I'm not so sure that they can match Montreal, to be honest with you.
The speed,
the way they're playing.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at Suzuki, 16 points in the postseason right now. He's tied for second. And then you also have Lane Hudson, the defenseman, who's 7th in scoring. I mean, that is, and when we haven't even talked about Caulfield, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a team that has a lot of speed. They have a lot of skill, and they're not afraid of Carolina. Like when you saw, Ottawa go into Carolina and just get obliterated, they were never in the series.
Mm-hmm.
And then Philadelphia, just fresh off of a big upset against Pittsburgh, comes in there, they're overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And they played like they were afraid to lose those series. Montreal is not afraid of the Carolina Hurricanes, and they are playing like it. So if Carolina doesn't step up their game, they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, I don't think they have the offensive skill like Montreal has. They got 3 guys gelling. Yeah. And if you want to talk about a big 3, this team has it. Carolina doesn't have that. They are very sound defensively. But I'm still not sold on Frederik Andersen. He always comes up lame in the playoffs.
Yeah. So let me ask you this question before we talk about the Western Conference. Who needs the win more? As crazy as it sounds, Montreal already stole one.
Yeah.
But you sit back and go, if they don't win, go up 2-0, and you go back 1-1, do you not feel Carolina could just take the rest of the series? Like, who needs to win more?
I think Carolina needs to win more. They need to match those legs. And I'm not sure they can. And so they need to get this win. If they go down 0-2 going to Montreal, good luck to you, because Montreal is not an easy place to play. And you can't go there down 0-2 after losing 2 at home and expect to get 2 on the road in Montreal. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Agreed. All right, let's talk about that Golden Knights versus the Avalanche, Colorado Avalanche losing game 1. But injuries seem like they're going to play a factor in this, right? Cale Makar, we just talked about, out. Mark Stone out for Vegas. But if you're going to judge which guy is more important to which team, Cale Makar being out for Colorado is a massive loss, and he's already not playing game 2. They already announced that.
Yeah, and when you look, Makar's played 9 games and only has 5 points, which is not Cale Makar. Mm-hmm. So now he's not even going to be in the lineup, and Colorado could be had right now. And when you get that offense of Vegas, I mean, we talk about, the offensive skill on Colorado, but there's also that defensive skill that is very good offensively. Taves and Makar. Marner, 19 points, leads the way.
Yeah,
in the postseason.
What a difference, huh? Leaving Toronto, like, look what he's done. Holy cow!
Eichel,
right? Eichel, yeah.
I mean, that's some offense right there. And, it's tough because, I look at Carter Hart and I'd be like, why? How is he doing this well? They're playing very sound in front of him.
Yeah,
they're not getting second, third chances, from Carter Hart right now. He's controlling, most of the play in front of him, with rebounds, and he's putting them in places that aren't necessarily where the Avs are. And that is a big part of it. He's got a 911 save percentage against it, on the other side.
Yeah. But
he's at 920. So, he's just playing better than Wedgwood, and Wedgwood's playing well.
And Wedgwood, game 1, though, 88% save percentage in that game.
Yes.
That's not going to win it.
No,
you need him in the 90s. So again,
Cale Makar, right? That controls a lot of the stuff. Now they're getting better chances without Cale Makar, and that could be a big problem for Colorado. If you don't have your guy controlling the play in front of your goaltender, that is going to be a hard thing to make up, because, I mean, what are you replacing Cale Makar with? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're bringing in a 7th guy to play minutes that normally wouldn't be there, and that's going to be tough. And with that offensive ability that you have in Vegas can take this series, right away and never give it up. And that's what we're seeing right now. Colorado's in trouble right now.
Yeah. And listen, we're gonna, again, John Tortorella, he's got these guys playing some really good hockey. So we got to give him credit too, because
he's making them accountable.
Yeah. When that move happened, we were kind of both like, maybe. He's shown why they made the change from Bruce Cassidy. All right, Ron, ready for your crazy stat?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Do you know who's played the most postseason games in NHL history? Which player? You want to take
I
a
would
guess?
say it's Jaromir Jagr.
All right. He's played a long time. Chris Chelios, believe it or not.
Yeah.
266 games played in the postseason.
Yeah.
Do you know who the
Montreal,
active leader is?
I would probably say, it could be Adam Fox. It could be, let me see, out in the West. Who's out there? Yeah, I
You're
would
missing
say
one
Adam
big team.
Fox.
One big team in the East. The Tampa Bay Lightning, right?
Oh, yes.
Corey Perry of the Tampa Bay Lightning has played in 244.
I forget he was
games.
still around.
So, yeah, he may be able to break the record if he sticks around another year or two. I don't know how old he is, but Corey Perry.
It's like 41, I think.
244 games is the current leader.
Yeah, he's played a lot.
Active players. Yeah. All right, Ron, it is pick and roll time.
It's time for pick and roll.
Your face every time.
I love that picture.
I'm pick and
Just
roll.
utter disgust.
In honor of the final season of the Aaron Rodgers saga. He has already announced this is it. He said this is the last season ever that we'll have to deal with Aaron Rodgers. We said, let's look at some of his top receivers all the time. And the only guy I left off was Devontae Adams because I really felt like he would have been number one no matter what. So it was like, let's not make it that easy.
Oh, I was wondering. I knew there was another guy.
Devontae Adams, but it would have been way too easy. So Aaron, Ron, this one's for you, my friend. Good luck on your retirement tour. I can't wait to see this. But these are the 6 receivers that we decided to go with: Garrett Wilson, James Jones, Donald Driver, Jordy Nelson, Greg Jennings, and Randall Cobb. We are going to rank them from 6 to 1. I am first round, so I will start you off with my pick and roll. And at number 6, I went James Jones. He played in 136 games in his career, 433 receptions. I did his whole career, so I don't know if you did just the Green Bay numbers. 5,861. Did you do his whole career, or did you do?
I did the careers.
Okay. 433 receptions.
Why I'm puzzled.
5,861 yards, 13.5 yards per reception, 51 touchdowns, and he won a championship. But I did this, Ron. I did a Linda Ron stat. We're going to go back to the Linda Ron stat. He only averaged 3.1 catches per game, which is the lowest out of all of these guys. So that's why he's number 6 for me. 35 receptions, 491 yards, 4 touchdowns in the postseason for James Jones. At number 5, if you look at the amount of games he played, only 58. Garrett Wilson came in at number 5. 315 receptions, 3,644 yards, 11.6 yards per reception, 18 touchdowns. He won an Offensive Rookie of the Year. But he averages 5.4 catches per game. Number 1 on the list. The most catches per game. Garrett Wilson.
Why is he number 1?
Why is he not number? Because he doesn't have enough to push him ahead. Enough. But James Jones, to me, didn't outshine him by much. He might get 100 catches. He'll already be almost ahead of him by this season. It's only 433. That's not a lot of catches. At number 4 for me, Randall Cobb. 166 games played, 630 receptions, 7,624 yards, 12.1 yards per reception, 54 touchdowns. Not bad. One-time Pro Bowler. He averaged 3.7 catches per game, 47 catches, 596 yards, and 5 touchdowns in the postseason for Randall Cobb. At number 3, I went Greg Jennings. 143 games played, 571 receptions, 8,291 yards, so more than Cobb, 14.5 yards per reception, better than Cobb, 64 touchdowns, better than Cobb, 2-time Pro Bowler. He won a championship, 3.9 catches per game, And he actually had the second most catches in the postseason, 50 receptions, 673 yards, and 6 touchdowns. At number 2, I went Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson, 151 games, 613 receptions, 8,587 yards, 14 yards per reception, 72 touchdowns, which was the most on this list, a one-time Pro Bowler, one-time comeback player of the year, and a one-time champion, averaged 4 catches per game, 54 receptions, 668 yards, and 5 touchdowns in the postseason. But at number 1 has to be Donald Driver, 205 games played, 743 receptions, 10,000, only guy with 10,137 yards, 13.6 yards per reception, 61 touchdowns, 4 Pro Bowls, a championship, 3.6 catches per game, 49 receptions, 675 yards, and 3 touchdowns in the postseason. Donald Driver, number 1 for me. You popping pills now? I give you a headache?
It's for nausea.
Good.
And I gotta say, as bad as your list is, it isn't as bad as what Manny is saying. Like, not even having Driver in the top 2 is just blasphemy. So Manny is completely wrong. I don't know what you're looking at. I really don't. Half the time you go blindly through the show, and, and I don't get it.
Okay, go ahead. I'd love to hear.
I don't get
Who's
it.
number 6, Ron?
All right, so number 6 right now for me is Garrett Wilson. He's
all right, time out. Stop before you stop. Add 60, 70
I don't
more
care.
games.
He hasn't played enough games to
70
even
more
do
games.
that.
He's going to crush 433. No. It's not even going to be close.
Yeah, it's not going to be close with Geno Smith throwing him the ball.
He's still getting 90 catches this year.
Get out of here.
Garrett Wilson, 90 catches this year. He's
only got 58 games played. He has the worst yards per receptions of every single player on the list. So you add up his games, he's going to have to surpass, by 50 games in order to catch anybody on this list. Anyone. 11.6 is far below everybody on the list. 18 touchdowns in 58 games? Oh, come on.
You just said the quarterbacks he had.
Touchdowns.
The quarterbacks he had stink.
It doesn't matter. He still has a stinky quarterback. He's not going to put up those numbers that you expect.
Okay.
He's not going to touch anybody on this list. None of them.
90 catches this year.
None of them. Number 5, I have James Jones.
So he just flipped
136 games. He averaged 13.5 yards per reception, 51 touchdowns. He's still less than everybody else on the list in touchdowns.
Yep.
And he's only ahead of Randall Cobb for yards per reception. But at least Randall Cobb made it to 166 games at number 4. So therefore his numbers are going to surpass, Jones. And 54 touchdowns, a Pro Bowl is better than just a guy that can't, put up any numbers consistently. And Randall Cobb was okay, but he wasn't great either. Now, the next 3 guys are all pretty good receivers, and I think they made Aaron Rodgers look brilliant. Greg Jennings, I have at number 3.
So your list is the same. You flipped 2 guys.
That's pretty much.
You made it sound like it was so different.
And you're giving credit for a comeback player of the year, which is asinine. That means you absolutely sucked or didn't play the year before.
You got hurt and you came back and dominated. You came back from injury and dominated. That's a good
Was it injury? Was it an injury?
Yes. How do you become a comeback player of the year? You got hurt.
Because you might have sucked so bad you didn't get in there.
No, they don't do that. They don't do that.
Yeah,
That's
they
not
don't
how
do
they
that.
do that. It's not how they do it.
Anyway,
That's
Greg
most
Jennings,
improved.
number 3, 64 touchdowns, 2 Pro Bowls, a Super Bowl, 8,291 yards. That's a pretty solid receiver right there. Not great, but pretty solid. Number 2, Manny, Jordy Nelson is number 2. 151 games, 613 receptions, 8,587 yards, 14 per reception, 72 touchdowns. The most on the list, a Super Bowl and a Pro Bowl. But when you're down by like 2,000 yards, you got to have Donald Driver number 1. I mean, he's clearly number 1. 10,000 plus yards, 743 receptions. The top on the list, 61 touchdowns, 1 Super Bowl, and 4-time Pro Bowl. How is he not in your top 2, Manny? How? Tell me how.
No, I agree with you. Listen, I'm Garrett Wilson to me. Would be probably the Garrett Wilson. I'm telling you, he's gonna by far crush James Jones' records. All right, Ron.
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't even think Garrett Wilson should be on the list.
He played with him 1 year.
It doesn't matter.
He played with him 1 year.
Nothing.
And he became already one of his best wide receivers he's ever had. Like me, you didn't have great wide receivers either. All right, Ron, before we go on.
Aaron Rodgers wasn't even there.
He was. The second year he played with him. He blew out his Achilles year 1, year 2 he played. All right, Ron, can you bring up the Hall of Fame? Let's get some more votes in. We're running out of time here. We got another week before this ends. All right, Jack Nicklaus and Randy Johnson are our newest members to the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, so congratulations to both of them. But with that, gives you an opportunity to help vote for the next inductees into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. And we're going to start off with boxing. You scan this QR code right here, right now, and you can vote for one of these fine boxers: Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, or Marco Antonio Barrera. I will say this, Ron, only guy not to get a vote right now is Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr.
Wow, that speaks volumes because he's probably the best fighter out of all.
He was. At one point, he was probably the best fighter pound for pound. But,
wow.
Yeah, I think De La Hoya.
I'm hoping that Marco Antonio Barrera wins.
Yeah, no, it looks like De La Hoya was ahead in that one. I'll take a look again now. Let's see. Yeah, De La Hoya clearly ahead right now on that one.
Shouldn't be.
Clearly ahead on that one. All right. And then,
Ron,
hopefully you've scanned this QR code, voted. It'll bring you to the website as well. You can check out the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame website. And for the NBA, scan this QR code right now, and you can vote for either Vince Carter, Ray Allen, Tracy McGrady, Paul Pierce, or Allen Iverson.
Is that Vince Carter?
Vince Carter. I think Ray Allen, only guy not to receive a vote so far. So Ray Allen could possibly not be eligible.
Who's winning?
Allen Iverson is ahead in that one. So Allen Iverson ahead.
At least they're getting that one right.
So scan the QR code. Help induct the next sports member into the sports. Just voted again for De La Hoya. He wants.
Come on. Why?
He wants De La Hoya. Scan that QR code. Vote.
I'm gonna share it to all of like Shane Mosley's fans. I'm gonna go on his Twitter. I'm gonna tag Shane Mosley in on the poll. And I'm gonna get Shane Mosley, guys.
Well, Roy Jones Jr. Let Roy Jones Jr. has got no votes.
No, I don't like Roy Jones Jr.
Oh, wow.
I don't like him.
Wow, he likes you though. He's always said nice things about you. No. All right, Ron. It is prediction time. Let's bring
I'll fight him.
Oh boy! Oh, I'd love to see.
I challenge him.
Oh,
I
boy.
challenge you to a duel.
Oh, boy. You killed my father, prepared to die. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. All right, predictions last week. I took another game, Ron. It's
I
starting
know.
to,
I'm not
you know,
doing
little by
so
little
well.
here. So 4-2 last week for me. Ron 3-3. Manny 2-4. You slipping,
Down by
my friend.
6.
Hugo 1-3 last week.
How did he only go 1-3?
He didn't pick like 2 of the games.
Oh.
Or at least what you gave me. He didn't have it. I will say this. I don't know if you've seen the cartoon. There was a meme up for the Ronda Rousey Gina Serrano fight, and it was the best meme I've seen. So there's somebody in the audience, and it said this could have been sent in an email because that's how long it lasts. Like you didn't need to 17 seconds, man. I actually was like, "Are you kidding me?" I had a couple of adult beverages
Got that
going.
one right.
Yeah, but I had a couple of adult beverages. I'm like, "Oh, this is going to be great." I'm getting all ready, and I'm like, "It's over."
I forgot about it, to be honest with you.
I had to like kill my whole drink. I was like, I didn't even get a chance to like just enjoy it while I was watching the fight.
How much did you pay for that?
Oh, and I get Netflix is part of my package. So, all right. So with that, Ron, we are going to start off with the NBA. Tonight's game, the Oklahoma City Thunder at the San Antonio Spurs, Game 3. This series tied 1-1. I think the Spurs at home need to prove a point. I think Wemby's going to have another one of those games that, we'll talk about for, years to come. So I'm going San Antonio here.
I am also going San Antonio.
Wow, Manny. Wow, Manny. Are you talking about in a fight or something else?
We're going to put that right up there. This is Manny's comment right here.
Yeah, Manny.
That's
she
his
lasted
comment.
more than I can last. Manny's going with the Spurs.
Look, he's trying to deflect that he doesn't last more than 17 seconds.
Are you talking about with Ronda Rousey or in general with like
with all women?
Your sexual activities? I mean, what are we going with there, Manny? Talk to me. He probably wouldn't last 17 seconds with Ronda Rousey.
You know what's great? 28,000 people just got that message.
Yeah, I heard that, man. He can't last more than 17 seconds. Good friends. Sure, let's say a fight. All right, man. We'll call it that. Good call, buddy. Yeah, you couldn't last 17 seconds with Ronda Rousey in a fight. I got you, buddy.
I don't know.
Which
I don't
did
think
I
any
miss?
of us
We just started Hugo. So Oklahoma City Thunder at the San Antonio Spurs tonight. Who are you taking? Did he already finish his Forza match? Hopefully you won.
It's video games.
I
mean, it's not going to be like 5 hours, is it?
He's going OKC, Hugo. All right. We're talking about the Eastern Conference Finals, Ron. Oh, he didn't start it yet. Tomorrow night, you got the New York Knicks at the Cleveland Cavaliers, Game 3. Knicks up 2-0, Ron. Who are you taking?
I'm going to take Cleveland for Game 3. That's about it. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
I think he's going with the Kinks. He's getting a little kinky. Our whole show's just gone off. 17 seconds. That's all it took for our whole show. Just went. We got Kinks going. I'm going Knicks here. I think the Knicks are sweeping. I think James Harden and that curse continues.
So they're going to be the janitors, right? They're going to clean up.
They're going to clean up. Swab the deck, matey. Manny, who you going with? Knicks at Cavs tomorrow night. He's going Cavs. All right, Manny. All right, let's talk some NHL, Ron. You got the Vegas Golden Knights at the Colorado Avalanche. That game is tonight. I'm going Colorado here. I think they need and must win at home this game. And I think they're going to do just enough. So I'm going Colorado.
I also went with Colorado. Even in shorthanded, I think they're still going to get it done tonight.
Hugo went Cavs or Cav. Are you going the Avs? He's going Avs. Cleveland at least winning one game. Man, you might be right. I don't know. Though. I just feel like the Knicks are just playing some unbelievable basketball. The Cleaves, Colorado Avs. Okay, you go. It's getting worse. You go and Manny.
The Clavs.
I'm both picking the Avs as well. All right. What about tomorrow night? You got the Montreal Canadiens at the Carolina Hurricanes. Game 2, Ron. This series is 1-0 in favor of the Canadiens. Who are you taking?
I'm going to take Carolina for game 2. I just find it hard to believe that they're going to lose both games at home. I just find that hard to believe.
I agree with you. I'm going Canes here as well. I think they knocked some of the rust out. Game 1, they do enough to win game 2. But I agree with you. I still think the Hurricanes. Hurricanes. All right, you go. But I said cocaine for a second. Oh, what the hell? What are you on right now? That's how you're going to win Forza. And be all hopped up. Manny's going with the Canadians. Got the flag there. Manny, can you sing the "Oh Canada" themes, national anthem for us? Oh, Canada. You probably could. You probably heard enough of it.
I can't. I like that song actually better than ours.
Oh, I suck at racing. Not if you were on cocaine. You got to try cocaine. So that'll do it for you.
Wow. Eric, we are not a pro-drug association.
We are not. I'm just saying that put cocaine up there, and it was cocaine. Sorry, cocaine. All right. Let's talk some Major League Baseball. You got the Los Angeles Dodgers at the Milwaukee Brewers. That series starts tonight, best of 3. I'm going Dodgers here.
Yeah, I'm sure Danny would go with the Dodgers too.
Yeah, he would. We like Danny. He's awesome. LA for Hugo.
Yeah, you say it now that he's not here.
Well, listen, buddy.
At least I said it.
You can play it back.
Earlier.
I did say, I'm sorry I hurt his feelings. Even though I didn't do anything. That's what I said.
Wrong with you?
There is. There's a lot wrong with me.
You talk about me losing Christmas cards.
Yeah.
You lost the most important Christmas card of the year.
Manny's going with the Dodgers. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose viewers. That's what I'm doing here. All right, WNBA action, my friend. Golden State Valkyries at the Indiana Fever. That game is tonight. Who are you taking?
I was originally going to go with the Fever, but all of a sudden, Caitlin Clark is not playing tonight.
She isn't?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think she's got a back injury.
Really?
So I'm still going to go Indiana Fever.
Really? Okay. I'm going Golden State. I'm going the Valkyries. Yeah. And that's before I even knew that. Indiana's like hot and cold. Who's on the naughty list? Manny, you're on the naughty list. Missed the 17 seconds or less. I feel like we should do like one of those cleans in 17 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Cleans.
The Mannies. Manny, who are you taking there? Valkyries or the Fever tonight in the WNBA? He's got a Fever. I like that. One's a good one. That's probably his best one so far.
That is good. I like that.
That's pretty good. That's some good one.
How did he get a thermometer?
Yeah, right. I don't know. He's so far ahead of his time. These kids today.
I've never seen a thermometer on emotes.
All right, another WNBA game.
If you were on Twitch, you'd be able to get some special emotes on our Twitch.
Dallas Wings at the New York Liberty. That game is on the 24th. I like where this.
Dallas.
I like where this Wings team's going. They won 2 straight. Paige Beckers is starting to come into her own in the WNBA. I'm going Dallas here.
I'm going to go Liberty at home.
All right. Give me Liberty.
Get a lot different so far.
Three of them. Hugo using the emojis as well. He's going Dallas or the Dallas. The Dallas. I'm pretty sure Manny's going to go Dallas because he's a Dallas guy. But yeah, I don't know. The Liberty just, and I think they got some Dallas. Oh, it's a Dallas. Who's Manny taking? He's trying to find a thing. You got the wings of the Liberty. You could do wings, or you could do. He's doing wings. Little birdie.
Because we were so impressed by thermometers, that he had to come up with something good, and he was looking for a long time.
Yeah, it didn't work. And he's going to do the next one with the little storm thing if he does. UFL action tonight, Ron. DC Defenders.
Is that what that is?
At the Orlando Storm.
I thought it was like some new team in Seattle Storm.
Orlando Storm and the DC Defenders. The DC Defenders are visiting the Orlando Storm, who are the number one team currently in the UFL. Who are you taking?
Yeah, a Storm is brewing.
Ooh, Storm is brewing. I went with the Storm is.
Wait, who did you? Wait. Let's back up the train here. What's the offense output for these teams?
They're both good. DC's got the best defense, though.
Let me see. UFL.
I've been watching a lot of the UFL.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
Oh, yeah, I'm all over it.
I watched the game last week.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
All right, so Orlando Storm plus 32, Defenders 71. I'm going DC.
All right.
Because it's so close in the standings. I had to see what
DC.
Yeah, I'm going DC.
Yeah, you go on DC. Manny. Maybe we're on a delay with Manny. 17-second delay. Probably. Our delay is longer than Manny last.
I just read your message.
I was waiting for it, because you were mean. You should say it. That's what we're doing now. So apologize to everybody. Manny's going with DC. All right, one more. May 24th, you got the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte. We need a top 5 driver, Ron. I will say, in honor of, I was going to do Kyle Busch.
I was just going to say it.
So we'll just say, in all honesty, we're going to go Kyle Busch. Obviously, we'll pick a driver, but let's Kyle Busch. This was your last race.
You could go with his replacement, Austin Hill.
Yeah,
he's driving Kyle's car.
That's going to be tough. I don't know if I could do that. Whose pick is it? Yours? Yes,
I think so. I'm going to go with another Kyle. I think the best person to win would either be his teammate, which I think is going to be more difficult for him to win. So I think Kyle Larson is going to be the one that wins this race.
All right. I went William Byron on this one. He's run this track really well. Actually, in the last 3 years, has led the most laps. Larson here too for Hugo. But William Byron. Regardless, listen, Kyle Busch.
Yes.
This one's for you, my friend. Kyle Busch. We're both gonna. I'd almost want to take a loss for that one. All right, Ron.
You know what we should do when we do the predictions from now on? We should have like a little KB in the corner.
Kyle Busch. Yeah. All right. I don't know if Manny's going to pick a driver. All right. Ron, it is final thoughts time, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. Danny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin for.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Harry Hamlin or something.
Harry Hamlin, yes. L.A. Law, right? Oh my gosh. How old are we? We're dating ourselves. So we're going to do something a little different. Ron, if you don't mind, I'm going to have you go first because only because the one that's mine is very personal, and I'd like to be last on this one tonight, if you don't mind.
Okay. Are you going to do something about Memorial Day?
I was going to do that as well. We can. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just going to say that we've had such a good run on, WDJY, and now we're going to have a company alongside of our show, as Going On Daily is going to be joining, the radio station WDJY as well. So you'll be able to find that on Sundays and Wednesdays, and I'm just happy to be jumping in on that as well. So I'll let you get your thing across, so that way it doesn't, take a back seat or anything.
No,
I want this to be right there.
All right.
Go ahead.
Well, congratulations on that, by the way. Obviously, we want to say not happy, but Memorial Day, to all those that have served our country, and sacrificed their lives. It's so important that we recognize them. My son serving currently in the Navy. My other son served as well. So the fact that they put their lives at risk every single day, and some of them don't make it home, let's take this time to really, appreciate what they've done for our country and give us these freedoms. I also wanted to say to my wife, I love her very much. She lost her father Wednesday.
Too bad.
So she's in Ecuador right now, trying to just take care of all that. And I really wish I was with her. So I just wanted to tell her that I miss her. I'm with her. And I am so sad that I couldn't be there for her in her time of need, but that I am here to support in any way I can. So, baby, I love you. And I hope everything's going okay over there. So thank you, Ron, for giving me that moment. And I
Absolutely.
You. Thank you.
Sorry for the loss. I really am.
Thank you. I want to thank those that have joined us live tonight. You guys were amazing. Manny, Danny, Hugo, you guys are always awesome. Thank you for all the support. Tell your friends about it. Have them come join us next Friday night at 6 p.m. We really, really want to get more and more people to talk about us. Yeah, happy Memorial Day, Danny. Thank you, right, for all those great veterans that sacrificed their lives. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I want to thank, obviously, everybody out there that supported us, continues to help us grow. If you see the show, like, share, follow it. Check out our social media platforms as well. We appreciate all of you. We hope you appreciated us tonight. And we'll get to see you next week, Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check us out. And all we ever ask for every single show is that we finally have peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.